Hi, my name is Noamira Sahira. I will present step 1, which is identifying the existing and potential risks. First of all, the hazard found in sinkhole and collapsed building are falling and slipping. Next, the peril will cause injury or fatality. And the last one is loss, which is it can lose human life. The second hazard is structural damage. And then it can lose the stability of road and buildings. And it will lose property damage. The last hazard is environmental damage. It will cause utility disruption and can lose environmental costs such as cleanup and remediation. The expenses related to restoring the environment, whether it's cleaning up an oil spill, removing toxic waste, or repairing ecosystem. Next, 2 tools to identify risks. The first one is inspection, to check on regular inspection conducted to identify early sign of ground instability. The second one is exposure checklist, location factors, structural factor, and inspection and maintenance practice are the sinkhole and building collapse exposure checklist.
My name is Muhammad Mihzan Azim bin Muhammad Sakri. I want to explain about evaluating the potential risk. Sinkholes are a geological phenomenon that occurs when the ground suddenly collapses or sinks into a void beneath the surface, often caused by the dissolution of underlying limestone or other soluble rocks. Below is an overview of the frequency and severity of sinkholes risk in Malaysia. For the first one is frequency of sinkholes in Malaysia. Second, severity of sinkhole. Third, factors contributing to sinkholes. And for the last one is risk management sinkholes. In Malaysia, for the sinkhole, the frequency is medium and severity is high. For the building collapse, the frequency is medium and the severity is high. For the severity and frequency table, we can see at the low severity and low frequency, it will be injured for our body. At the low severity and high frequency, it can stop in the hole if this situation happen to us. For the high severity and low frequency, it will be seriously injured for us. And for the last is high severity and high frequency, it will be die when it happen to us. It's to be more dangerous for people.
Hi, my name is Siti Nazifa binti Zulkifli. Two suitable technique to manage our risk is risk control, which loss reduction, and risk financing is insurance. For risk control, loss reduction designed to reduce or lower the severity of losses should occur. For example, infrastructure improvement, proving proper direct net and maintain water system to prevent excessive groundwater accumulation is important in reducing the risk sinkhole and building collapse. Next, for risk financing is insurance. Risk financing method of transferring the financial consequences of potential accidental losses from an insured firm or family to an insurer. For example, additional disaster insurance can cover occurrence of sinkhole and building collapse, can cover losses as long as because the disaster significantly or completely.
Hi, my name is Nur Emilia Zaiti binti Muhammad Haizul Iman. So I want to presenting about step 4 with selecting and implementing the risk management program. The best technique is risk control, which is loss reduction. This is because this approach focuses on proactive preventive measures to minimize potential damage before it occurs. Techniques include geological assessment, soil stabilization, regular structural inspection, and reinforcement of foundation in vulnerable areas. Loss reduction is often more effective for preventing incident outright and reducing the impact if one does occur. However, it requires an upfront investment and is highly dependent on correctly identifying and addressing specific vulnerabilities. So for financial criteria, we must understand our coverage and deductible is essential, as out-of-pocket costs can be significant if we lack sinkhole and building collapse insurance. This is because sinkhole and building collapse is not always covered by standard insurance policy. Then for non-financial criteria, we need to more aware of other natural or structural risks to our property. Therefore, it can prompt us to consider other preparedness measures such as emergency planning or researching additional risks in our area.
Hi, my name is Nafiza Safia and I'm going to presenting about step 5, which is evaluating, reviewing and controlling the risk management program. For sinkhole risk, as an individual, we must make sure the area that have high probability that sinkhole will happen again must be avoided in order to ensure the safety of ourselves. We also need to follow the news so we always know about the update or condition about sinkhole so we can avoid anything bad happen to us. For building collapse risk, as an individual, we must make sure that the building that we enter have lowest possibility to collapse in order to avoid something bad happens and to ensure our safety. We also need to have a lot of knowledge about possibility of the building will collapse so we know that the building we enter is safe or not. For conclusion, we can conclude that the risk management process for sinkholes and building collapse requires a proactive approach to assess, prevent, and mitigate potential hazard. This involves a risk assessment through regular geological studies and structural inspections to identify high-risk areas. Mitigation strategies such as soil stabilization, foundation reinforcement, and monitoring with sensors to detect ground movement or structural strain can aid in early detection. Additionally, comprehensive emergency response plans and regular training for residents and local authorities are essential to ensure safety and minimize casualties in the event of a disaster.